Peace talks aimed at ending the war in Ukraine are scheduled to take place this Thursday in Istanbul. But one major figure will be missing: Russian President Vladimir Putin. According to a statement from the Kremlin, Russia's delegation will be led by presidential aide Vladimir Medinsky. This comes despite recent calls from Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky for a direct meeting with Putin. Zelensky had announced that he would attend the talks in person if the Russian president agreed to do the same. He emphasized, "I am waiting to see who will come from Russia, and then I will decide which steps Ukraine should take. So far," he said, "the signals from Moscow have been unconvincing." Putin and Zelensky haven't met face-to-face since December 2019. The last round of direct negotiations between Russia and Ukraine took place in Istanbul in March 2022, just weeks after the full-scale invasion began. Since then, the war has dragged on, with Russian forces slowly expanding their control, particularly in the eastern regions of Ukraine. Meanwhile, US President Donald Trump, who previously suggested he might attend if Putin did, has confirmed that he will not be at the talks either. Speaking from Qatar earlier this week, Trump said, "If we could end the war, I'd be thinking about that," but offered no firm commitment. Instead, the United States is sending a high-level delegation. Secretary of State Marco Rubio arrived in Turkey on Wednesday and is set to meet with NATO foreign ministers. He is expected to travel to Istanbul on Friday for additional discussions with European allies about the war. Ukrainian Foreign Minister Andriy Sybiha said he met with Rubio on Wednesday evening and reaffirmed Ukraine's commitment to US-led peace efforts. He also urged Russia to respond positively to Ukraine's constructive steps. On the diplomatic front, Zelensky is scheduled to meet Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan in Ankara. He reiterated that he is willing to participate in direct talks with Russia, but only if Putin is present in person. Tensions and anticipation have been building since Sunday, when Putin unexpectedly called for direct negotiations in Istanbul without preconditions. In response, Zelensky declared publicly, "There is no point in prolonging the killings. And I will be waiting for Putin in Turkey on Thursday, personally." European leaders had also gathered in Kyiv over the weekend to push for a 30-day ceasefire. Following that summit, Trump posted on Truth Social, calling the developments a potentially great day for Russia and Ukraine. Trump, who returned to the White House earlier this year, has made several moves to end the conflict. He broke a years-long freeze in direct contact with Russia by calling Putin in February, and his special envoy, Steve Witkoff, later traveled to Moscow for talks. Trump has said that Russia and Ukraine were once very close to a deal, and he believes the day could come again. Now, all eyes are on Istanbul, where a possible turning point in the war could be just one handshake away.